Okay, here we go. You ready? 5, 4. Russos brand family. We are family.
All right, we are live on Dudes Talk Shit, episode 12. We should have been in the 20s by now, but people be fake.
Because you fuck up. Because you fuck up. I told you, I'm with the shits tonight.
Here we go.
I'm with the shits tonight.
Let me give you a warning. If you have, if you don't like curse words, tune out now. Mainly because of him.
You can say whatever the fuck you want. Are we live? Like on? Are we streaming live?
We are on. Yes, we're live.
Okay, I need a link to the motherfucker so I could go ahead and tell my people because they be wanting to see me, not your motherfucking ass.
They don't want to see you. Shit.
I don't see the fucking link.
Can I send it to you?
I mean, you can send it to me, motherfucker. Hurry up.
Please, hold on. Can I? God damn it. What's wrong with this thing?
I'm trying to do some good shit here.
Do this thing, huh? YouTube page. Okay.
There's such a thing as good shit.
Well, I'm about to email it to you while we're live. Anyway,
oh, Jesus Christ.
We are live on Dudes Talk. Once again, I had to do the intro again because he just interrupted me and I can't stop the video. We already live. So I'm joined by TJ, the Jokes Galore, Chicago kid.
Just leave it alone, man. You fucking up already.
Because I don't know what the fuck. It's something different. Also, Brian 3SL Lives.
Hello. I'm Benoit.
How's everybody doing this last show? I know TJ's been doing his show, degrading his co-host on Streets is Talking.
That's what the fuck I do.
Oh, yeah.
Every Tuesday night.
Why?
Brian, have you watched my show?
Yes, I have.
It's great, ain't it? That's real fucking entertaining.
I didn't say that. I said I watched it. It's very interesting. I feel that your co-hosts are very knowledgeable what they're saying. I think you should just give them the time and listen to them what they have to say.
Nah,
dictate everything for pretty much
fuck
50
that.
minutes plus.
Fuck that. Because I'm the motherfucking captain of this shit. Everybody can't be the fucking captain of the ship. The captain of the ship steers the motherfucking ship. And
no, he doesn't.
Excuse me?
The captain doesn't steer.
What the fuck you mean the captain don't steer?
The helmsman does.
You know what? I ain't even about to do this with you, motherfucker. I'm not. I swear to God, I'm not. Motherfucker.
Anyway, welcome to Dudes Talk Shit once again. I am Trump. Today we are going to talk about the election. You know, that's about 8 days away. And we're also going to talk about what's going on in we're at the midway point NFL season. And we're going to talk about some more stuff. I've been sick all yesterday and half today, so pardon me if I'm a little.
In case you all didn't see my Instagram post,
little post.
Trump ended up eating some bad pussy. He ate a stripper that had a very bad yeast infection, and then he found out that he's allergic to the active ingredients of Monistat 7, so he had to get stuck with motherfucking EpiPen to go to the emergency room. That's really what happened. So this nigga face was swole all the fuck up. His lips were swole up. His shit just went down. So, you know, I went and saw him in the emergency room, and I told him, you can't keep eating these hoes because it's going to end up bad for you. So he's okay now. He getting them some motherfucking Benadryl. He got to take Benadryl and shit. But next time.
I find it so funny how he knows the symptoms, the cure goes up.
Who don't know the motherfucking cure of an allergic reaction? Shit.
You must have saying this from experience. Is that what happened to you years ago?
Nah, because I don't be eating no strippers. I don't even fuck with no strippers.
Okay. Oh, you don't fuck with strippers? I know. Well, we ain't gonna talk about that. Anyway, we gonna save the election for last because I know he's gonna talk. He's gonna give you.
I don't really have too much to say about it because I'm like, fuck voting. I'm just at that point in my life right now. What's that?
Are you voting this year?
I'm debating on whether I even want to get out of bed and leave out the house and stand in line. Like for what though?
So would you be?
You know, there's early voting, right?
I'm not saying I'm not doing it because I don't want to stand in line, but I'm disenfranchised with the whole process. The shit is rigged. Us as black people, we don't play the game like we supposed to, like everybody else does. And I'm just, I got other shit I got to do because, my son turns 18 in a couple of years. And once he does that, I'm putting my house on the market. Huh?
I thought your son just turned 13.
My son just turned 12.
Oh, so
he turned 18 in a couple of years. So when he becomes self-sufficient, my daughters become self-sufficient. I'm selling my house and I'm moving out of the fucking country. I'm moving to Jamaica. So
first of all, he won't be 18 in a couple of years. He's got a ways to go before he turns 18.
Okay, Mr. Math Major, thank you very much for pointing that fucking shit out.
The boy, you say he'll be 18 in a couple of years. I'm thinking, that's next year or some shit. He just turned 12.
You the type of motherfucker that when somebody sends you a text message and spell a word wrong, you be sending them back the corrected word, don't you? Fuck you, Trump.
I answer the text messages because I know what they mean.
I know Brian, he's probably going to be, he's probably up campaigning and door knocking and getting fucking signatures and registered people to vote and shit. But I'm just like, we didn't play that game for motherfuckers since 1965, and we have yet to win at the game because we ain't figured out how to play it. So I figured, why even participate in the game when the other players that's supposed to be playing with me don't even know the fucking rules? So
what country are you moving to?
I'm considering Jamaica. I'm also considering Ghana because Ghana just introduced some kind of policy over there where they're allowing African Americans and blacks throughout the diaspora to move back to Ghana and to allow them to live there and to get dual citizenship. So I'm really excited about that.
All right, well, maybe we can still do is talk shit.
Oh yeah, we'll be able to do that shit. Dude Talk Shit Africa edition. I'm just gonna have to be.
You have some dancers behind you,
right? Motherfucking titties flopping, the whole nine. Fuck it.
Oh, trust me, you're not gonna like Africa once you're there for a minute.
What kind of self-hatred shit? Why wouldn't I like Africa?
You wouldn't.
Why?
Trust me, you wouldn't. There are things out there because I lived there for 4 years, so I should know. So
you're just under the assumption that I've never been to Africa?
Have you?
Yes.
Okay, for how long?
I was there for about 2 weeks.
Okay, that's 2 weeks. Be there for about 18
Where were
months
you in Africa? Where were you in Africa, Brian?
Southern Africa.
That's vague than a motherfucker. Where were you in
I was in Zimbabwe.
You was in Zimbabwe. What were you doing in Zimbabwe? Because I don't think they sell pussy over there.
Oh, there's plenty of pussy silly out there. That's how they mostly survive. But anyway, I was there for 4 years because my parents, we worked for the federal government. So we had a station there.
So that's Zimbabwe. You probably didn't want to live in Zimbabwe. I said Ghana. Zimbabwe is a whole nother fucking country in a whole nother part of Africa with a whole different set of politics.
Understandable. But like I said, you may think twice about living there after 18 months.
Well, I'm gonna have to find that out on my own. I'm not taking that from a motherfucker who traveled all the way to the goddamn West Coast and didn't even shoot a shot with the babe that he went out there to see. I just can't take your word on shit.
Of course not. You wouldn't.
I can't take your word on shit like that. So
well, take your word on this. I think you're making a big mistake if you don't vote. Because like we talked about this several months ago, where local elections are more important than this grand presidential elections that everyone keeps overhyping about. These are the people that you're voting for are the ones that are affecting your corner, your street, your building, everything. Those are the people that mess up your money, as you keep claiming to talk about. So those are the things that the people that you need to look after are your governors, your mayors, your county council members, and all that stuff.
So You said that little pussy ass shit, and I say that to say I counter with this, and this is factual. This is not opinionated. This is factual. The Asian community has the highest household income per capita out of any demographic in the United States, while simultaneously having the lowest to non-existing voter turnout in the United States, also of any demographic in the United States. Now, what is it about voting that allows us to have the highest? We're consummate spenders, but we're not producers. At the end of the day, the Asian community don't give a fuck about voting, but nobody fucks with the Asian community because the Asian community, they have money to put in the pocket of the politicians that's elected to do what the fuck they want for that goddamn community. So until we get into the business of putting money in the pockets of politicians, the only time they're gonna come around and give a fuck about what goes on in our corner, or what goes on in our school is if we finance them, which finance whoever controls the money purses controls the world. So until we control the finances of those that's operating in these elected positions, it don't matter what the fuck we get up and do and vote. They still gonna be held to those that put money in their pocket. And that's what I got to say about that pussy ass shit you just talked.
Okay, so basically you're saying they're being bribed.
I'm saying the reason these people walk around here talking about campaign finance reform is because the corporations who put money in elected officials' pockets are the ones that's running shit. The motherfuckers that's put money in the motherfucker pocket are the ones that's running shit. So if you're not,
I understand that. But
so if we're not playing that game, of putting money in the motherfucker's pocket like the Asian community does, because see, when the Asian community have a problem on their corner, they call up Alderman so-and-so or Councilmember so-and-so or Mayor so-and-so, and the shit gets handled. Why? Because the person on the end of that phone call know that the Asian community can and will write a check. And until we can and will write a check, it don't fucking matter if we get up and we stand in long lines. Fact of the matter is, once we elect motherfuckers, they forget about us until it's time to vote again. Barack Obama is a prime example of that.
Here we go again. Okay.
So, in other news,
hold on. I feel like this is a missed opportunity for a lot of people. Got to understand the fact that, look, trust me, I understand the fact that, well, like, you know, corporations and who knows, old money has been shifting back and forth among politicians for years. But then again, there is this new era coming. There's new politicians coming, or maybe a new political personalities. That's what I would rather call them, are coming out and really trying to change the face, change the whole game, and pretty much getting rid of this whole quote unquote, you know, draining the swamp mentality. That's what we really need. We need new faces to really get there, you know, to get this whole image, this bad image of not voting out of our heads. So, you know, and I think that's what you really got to focus on. It's like, look at those new people that are coming out. Look at those people who are in your interest, who are not deep in those corporation pockets. Look for those people. Those are the ones that are really getting the notoriety. Those are the ones that are getting out there and really being for the people. And as long as the one thing that I do have a problem with, though, is not just focus on just the Asians. It's the young people, because their mindset is always focused on what is in front of their faces, namely the television or on a computer screen. And it's presidential election. It's never about the senators, never about the county council member. It's never about a city council member. It's never any about that, because they don't see them. You need to get those young people out there and vote those people in, and get those other people coming in those political realms. That's what you need to focus on.
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this and I'm gonna leave this alone, because you're gonna keep arguing this moist ass point. So I got to say this. First of all, you talking about get these young people. After Donald Trump ran and won, decided that as a gag in 2020, I was gonna run for president.
Who's gonna run for president?
Me. Me. Nigga, me.
Yeah, he'll have Kanye as his running.
Me. So I started doing the research. Do you know how fucking complicated it is? First, you got to start. You got to fill out these forms to announce your candidacy. Then you got to go and you got to get signatures. Then you got to disclose all your finances to make sure that you're not corruptible. Then
Trump hasn't done.
You have to find fucking money for advertisement because you got to get your name out there. And that takes money. And one thing I know about our community is we live in a microwave society where we want some shit fast. And we want some shit easy. And we want some shit cheap. That's why we always looking for a hookup. And there's no hookup in getting a political candidate to run for office. That shit costs money. So at the end of the day, whether you go out and vote or not, or you push somebody for not, unless you have established that candidate and you're financing that candidate, you still voting for somebody else's person. You're just voting for the person that's put in front of you. That ain't your man. So with all of these candidates that's running, they ain't talked to me. The only thing they asked me of is for my vote. They ain't came to my community and talked to me. They ain't sat down. They hit me on the phone because I used to be in the political game, and I ended up working for Bernie Sanders' campaign. And these people only fucking come around when they want your vote. I can show you hundreds of text messages.
Hillary Clinton disappeared off the face of the planet.
Right, she disappeared off the face of the earth. And I can assure you that I can show Trump when I do my show Tuesday. All of these text messages from motherfuckers from the Democratic Party that got my phone number. And at no time have these motherfuckers come around in between, since I ain't heard from them since Bernie Sanders was running. I have not heard from them. But they never text me and asked me what my issues were. They never asked me what my concerns were. All they do is ask me, can you donate some money and can you vote for us? So at the end of the day, the motherfuckers that's running ain't for me. They're not. They just need me to get in the office. And I'm really on the verge of no longer playing that game. I want to get my money up, handle my business, take care of my children, and then I want to bounce the fuck out of this country who gives us the illusion that we live in a democracy when we don't.
Of course, there's no such thing as freedom of speech. There's no such thing as freedom of speech. No, you can go to jail very soon. Definitely in our children's time, when they have children and they become grandparents, you're going to go to jail for what you say. It's headed down that road now. But anyway, one question: are you running for president in 2020, TJ? You gonna give
I withdrew my candidacy. I got too many sex tapes out here, and there's too many of these hoes.
You know what? We need to start
Trump. So
a campaign to help finance TJ's potential presidency.
If they pay for it, I'll run. I can stand up there and bullshit just like Trump can.
No, I'm dead ass serious. We need to start. I would love to see you have one debate with just one debate. One debate on a primary or something. Well, we have
put that shit together. I'm telling you, all you need to do is get me on the fucking ballot, and I'll do the rest. Because in the day and age of social media, you can reach out to people and never have to pay for any presidential advertising. You understand what I'm saying? You don't have to do that in this day and age.
Your debate is going to be the first in history. I'm gonna tell you why. It'll be the very first uncensored presidential campaign debate.
How about this?
HBO, we have a live and
HBO.
Or we can do the first ever Google Hangout on air.
We could have did this. We could have did this on my show or on Brian's show, and me and him could have debated the issue and the importance of voting. Since we got an election coming up, but my show don't come back on till Tuesday. I don't know when Brian come on because his show ain't even that motherfucking important.
Brian don't
So-
Excuse you. I'm not parading my talent on my shows for almost more than a half an hour.
I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, you just said.
We got two things to do. We got to get Brian a date.
That again.
yeah, we get.
I have the perfect candidate for you. We need to get.
Shit.
You know what? Do I have her number? Where's Diamond? Let me see.
Huh?
Get Diamond on the phone. Get Diamond in the chat, goddammit.
Let me get Diamond. No, let me get Diamond on the show. Let me see. Y'all continue to talk. Well, before that, let me bring up a topic. So I told you we're talking about sports. In 1 week, 2 of the black Cleveland head coaches got fired. Did they deserve it? I'm not blackout because we have more than black people listening here, and I'm not TJ.
I mean, yeah, you're not me. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, with Tyronn Lue, did you really think he was gonna stick around after they got rid of LeBron? I mean, really?
Oh, he didn't care. That's why he.
I'm sure he didn't care because I think he had like 35 million left on his contract.
I don't know, but he should have a party. He should be having a party right now.
Why?
Because he's out of that crap. He's out of Cleveland.
Man, look, it was a job. Ain't nobody about to hire that dude. Nobody. Who's going to hire Tyronn Lue? Nobody's going to ever hire him again.
Well, he's going to be an assistant coach for the rest of his life.
He was simply the beneficiary of having the best consensus basketball player in the NBA basketball player in the country on his team. I mean, it wasn't no like he was a great coach or some shit like that. LeBron coached that team, and once LeBron left, the motherfucking coach, I mean, the owner of the team, Dan Gilbert, knows that LeBron was coaching the team. So why do you continue to have this guy on the bench? He's starting out 0-6. So that automatically shows you the quality of fucking coach he is. He's not a coach. He was just someone who occupied the position.
He's a figurehead.
That was LeBron's team.
Actually, the perfect title for him was pretty much he was a rec organizer. That was it. He was just an organizer.
That's all he was.
Yeah, that's all he did.
You know, standing on shit.
Yeah, he did. Every time you see the video shot of him, drawing up the plays and all that stuff. LeBron was doing most of the talking, not Tyronn Lue. So to me, it was like, look, that was all for show. Everybody knows it. And then by the time, even though let's fully be honest, LeBron in LA is going to be a complete disaster. So
it is already.
Yeah, but the thing is, it's like, look, if they really want to be serious, do you think Luke Walton's going to be there for any time longer? No. If they really want to make some change, LeBron would have said, hey, get him out and let's get somebody new. But they haven't done that. So pretty much it's like, look, LeBron's there just to do his film shit, and that's it. And just make these guest appearances on an NBA court. That's what it is.
LeBron's starting shit with Luke Walton now.
I don't think I'll be perfectly honest with you. I think LeBron is at the point right now where he realizes that, he done won titles. He didn't accomplish a lot. He's trying to, up his marketability for when he exits the game. I mean, y'all got to think, LeBron is in 33, 34 years old? Mm-hmm. That's an old man in NBA years. Now, his body is holding up because he spends all that money on it. But at any given time, an ankle, an ACL, an MCL, that shit can happen, especially at his age, him still running up and down that fucking court. So he's trying to maximize what he's doing, but I don't think he really give a fuck about winning or losing at this point.
I don't think so. Not now, because no, I really don't think so. Because he'd have been causing more stink. They 2-5 or some shit.
Right.
But no, he went to LA. This was a strictly business move. This wasn't a basketball. I want to win another championship. I think he's already resigned to the fact that he's not going to catch Michael Jordan in terms of championship rings.
Right, he's not. He's never going to catch Jordan.
So I think right now he's focusing on post-career, which is smart. You take it to LA. Where else to go to LA or New York, preferably LA, to start working on your post-career. And that's what he's doing. I mean, he's like, I guarantee you he won't play more than 3 more years. Guarantee you.
Mm-hmm. I see that.
I really don't give a fuck. I'm not the biggest LeBron fan anyway, so I don't give a shit.
Going to the NFL, the Redskins won yesterday.
Woo.
The Chicago Bears won yesterday.
You said that like I'm gonna give a fuck.
I'm going over everybody's teams. And
I'm not give a fuck. I still fuck the NFL. It's still that until the motherfucking world blow up. I'm standing on my shit. I have not watched the game 2017, 2018 season. I'm not watching the game 2018, 2019 season. until they do Kaepernick right. And if they don't ever do Kaepernick right, they will never have me as a fan again. And that matters to me if it don't matter to nobody else, particularly the NFL. Fuck them.
Good for you.
Well, the WWE is going to Saudi Arabia this week. You still watching them?
I'm watching the shit right now, motherfucker.
So what do you feel about that? The dude does that. I mean, how do y'all feel about them going to Saudi?
Well, Cena. Well, I heard Cena might pull out of that World Cup mess. So, which I think because
he did.
Huh?
He pulled out.
Oh, he pulled out.
Bobby Lashley is being in this place.
All right. Well,
but you know, the first show that they did in Saudi Arabia, Vince McMahon got $45 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how much?
So ain't no telling how much them saying nigga Arabs. Now I'm say it. Fuck it. Because they enslaved black Africans over there. Yep, I'm saying it. Fuck them. Ain't no telling how much they giving him. Plus, with them not allowing the women to come over because the women can't perform the way they in the attire. I think some of the men are, some of the more big names are probably gonna try to take a stance because a lot of dudes.
Well, the only big name is Cena. I mean, but you still have Triple H, but when you have Triple H, the son-in-law, and his best friend still wrestling, you still got the Undertaker. I mean, let's be honest, this is a big circus. It's not. It's to me, it's going over to Saudi Arabia again. Second time in almost 6 months, just to get a big fat paycheck for your company. To me, it's kind of like, all right, fine, do you whatever. But after what has transpired in the last few weeks, I would second guess things, and I sort of either hold off or just cancel altogether. But since Vince says no, we're going full forward, the show must go on mentality. I feel it's like this is going to be a very question mark for his credibility as Americana, so to speak, because I respect John Cena for pulling out. I really think it's like, look, we've been there before. Why do you need to go again? If you want to make that type of excuse. But after what has transpired, I commend John for dropping out. I'm not going to watch it because I feel like the whole pay-per-view over there is pointless.
Well,
look, when a motherfucker writing you check for millions in oil money, you're going to take what you can get.
Yeah.
And
Vince doesn't need it. Really, Vince doesn't need it.
I mean, hold on. What kind of fucking ignorant ass statement is that? What you mean he don't need it?
He does not need. To be honest with you, Vince has pretty much dominated the globe.
Who don't need $40 or $50 million?
He does not need it.
Who the fuck don't need $40 or $50 million? What kind of fucking goofy ass statement is that?
Probably you, because since you can't afford your 2020 campaign. But at Vince McMahon, he don't need it. That's chump change.
I'm sorry.
Yes, I did.
I can't avoid my motherfucking money for the campaign like you can't afford no fucking beard moisturizer, motherfucker.
I'm gonna say this. First of all, I understand the political, the public relations thing about them going to Saudi Arabia. However, I'm not turning down 46 million. I'm gonna take this 46 million, and then I'm just probably not gonna fuck with you again. But I'm gonna take this 46 million now.
Hey, what the fuck are you talking about? He don't need the money. Yes, the fuck he do.
That 40.
Here's Trump. If you take the money for the second time, this is their second time being there. You're going to be guaranteed for a third. You're going to get guaranteed for a fourth every time that money keeps popping up. Mind you, I understand Saudi Arabia is a market, but then again, there's other markets in the Middle East to go to, and more friendlier ones. You don't need to keep going to Saudi Arabia for it.
They're not going to
get Saudi Arabia keep writing that motherfucking check. They gonna keep going. I don't know where the fuck after the way motherfuckers just acted over this $1.6 billion fucking lotto, Powerball, Mega Million, whatever the fuck it was. You gonna sit your monkey ass there and talk about don't nobody need $45 or $50 million. You got to be out your goddamn mind when he could get a check for $45 or $50 million, and then he could take 10% of that and pay it to the motherfucking talent and bank the rest of that. Are you fucking
that
kidding
money
me?
should have got that 40, 45, or 50 million should have gone to last night's pay-per-view because that looked like a damn house show.
Well, I tell you what, they didn't just pay them 40, 45, or 50 million to come back. I'm willing to bet that they probably doubled that to make them come back that fast. Yeah, because think about what you're saying. They really didn't need to go back because they just had a motherfucker show there a couple of years ago. So
Couple
in
months
order
ago.
to entice him to come back, it had to be an offer that they couldn't refuse.
Yeah.
And 45, 50, 60, 70, $80 million is no money to them sand niggas over there. I'm telling you.
That's nothing.
Okay. All right.
That's
Let me
nothing.
let me put you in this context. If you were offered, someone give you $50 million after the fact that they just killed somebody, would you still take that person's money?
They killed one of their own. That motherfucker was a Saudi citizen.
I didn't kill him. I didn't kill him. I'm sorry. I didn't kill him.
Yeah,
But you would still take the money.
I would take the money and
You
then
goddamn right.
look after I
It
take the
ain't
money.
too many. Look, it ain't too many things in this world I wouldn't take $45 million for. Let me just be clear.
Soulless.
Anything gay, I'm turning it down. Harm to my family or my kids.
Whoa. Why would you say that?
I'm not doing shit. It's no amount of money to make me do some shit gay. No amount of money. I'm sorry. My booty hole cannot be bought. Sorry.
So so 100 million wouldn't work for you?
Nope. Not at all. Nope.
But someone, another person who killed somebody else who offers you 50 million, you're okay with that?
For me to go over there and wrestle? You goddamn right. I'll be over there turning cartwheels like a motherfucker. You can put me in blackface for $45 million. Now, what I do with the money afterwards, you're not gonna like.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
What I do with the money afterwards, you're not gonna like it, because the first thing I'm doing, I'm cutting a check and I'm gonna motherfucking buy some national TV time and present a check for 10% to Minister Farrakhan. That's what I'm gonna do.
This is where I understand.
But I don't give a fuck that they killed one of their own. I don't care.
This is where I understand what the WWE is doing. Okay.
This dumbass went back. He went back over there and got himself killed. Fuck that.
First of all, here's my thing with the WWE. Now I'm looking, go get the money. Now I'm going to see what you're going to do with the money now that you got it, because you know what happened. Okay, your PR, your PR is getting killed in mainstream media because of this. Okay, cool. Go take the money. I understand what they're doing. I'm thinking business wise.
But you gotta think they did that. They got that contract for that prior to dude getting killed. If they bag out, they're getting sued. So they have a business obligation to be there, because you got to think they probably got paid some money up front. Maybe all of the money up front.
If WWE backs out, the king of Saudi Arabia is going to call him and say, "Mr. McMahon, come over for a meeting. We want to talk about our next show." And he's not going to walk out alive. So,
hey, but at least Triple H will take over. So, hey.
Well, that's even worse. But no, I mean, so the money, take the money and then use that for something else. That's what I'm saying. And then, hey, thank y'all for the money. This is after the show. Send them a letter telling them we won't be over there anymore. And that's it. You got paid. Boom.
All right, we didn't talk about wrestling too much. People in my chat is getting tired of us talking about some shit that they don't fucking watch.
Well, then tough.
They should.
Learn about. Open your mind. All right. Anyway, so what else is going on? And today, I haven't been keeping up with the news a whole lot.
Did you see what 50 did to gyro?
I saw that.
That was the most fucked up. It's fucked up.
Was that Photoshop?
No. That was Photoshop. That was definitely Photoshop.
But what he did was
he went and bought 200 of all the seats in front of the stage at the gyro concert. He bought them all out. He said he bought them for $3,000 because the tickets was like $15 a piece. So the motherfucker will be empty. And what happens is that 50 did it. It was fucked up. I don't know if he did it or not, but me knowing that he had done that and I had already bought tickets to the gyro concert, I'm just walking to the front of the stage. Fuck it. I might have paid $15 to be all the way in the back. But since I know it's 200 seats that's available that ain't nobody gonna occupy, I'd have just walked to the front.
Oh, right to the front. That's what I do at the Wizards game when they ain't playing nobody.
That's so fucked up.
Right now, fuck that. So, that's fucked up.
Well, actually, I mean, Ja Rule wins because he's getting paid regardless.
Yeah, but that's humiliating, though, yo. That's like the ultimate fucking troll. And you know that money is like chump change. I mean, if you could get 200 seats for $3,000, that's chump change to 50. That's like really, that's fuck up money. He probably walk around with 25 grand on him.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean,
but to just humiliate the opposition like that. So this motherfucker come out in the whole front row, the whole section in front of the stage is fucking empty.
I saw the Photoshop joint where he was sitting there and he was like
in the suit, just sitting there in motherfucking empty set.
50 Cent's Instagram. I don't recommend following a lot of people, but you gotta follow 50.
He is the fucking ultimate troll, yo.
Tell you right now. All right. So last week, somebody sent all these. Did you see the dude? They caught the dude who sent all these bombs to everybody.
Yeah, they called him.
This nigga, do you see? He was a stripper. Did you see?
He be a stripper in the bodyguard.
That I get.
TJ, did any of your stripper girls know about him?
Nah, none of the girls I know about him. Okay,
I'm just making sure. Yeah, this dude took a mugshot, and you seen his head. Then they posted some stuff about him with his and the past with the stripper, the way his head was laid down, man. That shit was funny, man. But that's what's going on, man. And today, man, your president talking about.
Did you hear about the dude that was gonna walk into the Kroger's and spray it? All the black people, but then he ended up killing the two black grandparents outside of the Kroger.
I did not hear about that.
Yeah, and then you have the bomber, you have that guy that shot the Kroger up, that shot the people outside of the Kroger, and then you had the guy that killed the two black police officers down south. Mm-hmm. And what's the common denominator is not just the fact that these dudes are fucking bigots and racists, but the fact that all of these dudes were apprehended alive. You know, it seems to be. It's funny how, and if we have any white listeners listening, those of you all that are in denial about shit, you know, I don't give a fuck about y'all listening. But I find it strange that black people are getting shot and killed unarmed all the time. But you know this motherfucker been sending pipe bombs. You know this motherfucker killed two police officers. You know this motherfucker shot two black people outside of Kroger. But y'all always seem to find a way to bring these people in alive. These people are never resisting. These people have never disobeying orders. These people are always following police instructions. But it's always a case of an innocent black person who ain't got shit on them, who ain't done nothing wrong, get shot and killed. And, you know, then you always questioning the victims, and then you always victimizing the victims. You're making them further victims. So I just, you know, this is why I'm saying, like, it's time. I just feel like we're drawn from the whole system because the whole system's fucked up. They got another case down in Little Rock, Arkansas that I just learned about today, where in Little Rock, Arkansas, they had in the last year or so, they had almost 200 no-knock warrants. 200 no-knock warrants where they just bust the door down and go in. And out of those no-knock warrants, like 90% of them were African Americans. And the one that I was looking at specifically was the guy his house had been burglarized. His apartment had been burglarized. So he got a camera on the doorknob. He has cameras inside of his apartment. So what happened was they created a bogus warrant, got it signed by the judge, claiming that he was selling narcotics out of his apartment, saying that they had sent a confidential informant there to purchase drugs, and the guy came and knocked on the door and nobody answered. And they put in a report that they observed him making a purchase of drugs from that apartment. So they put explosives on the door while he's sitting there watching TV, blows the door off. The door, he ends up under the door. They come in and look through the house, don't find nothing. He was smoking a joint, so they arrested him for that. And they wrote up this report claiming that he was selling narcotics out of the house. He's suing the police department. And what happened was he hired Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump looked at the video and did a Freedom of Information Act request and found out that down there in Arkansas, they blowing the doors off black people's houses, not finding nothing. And then these black people are responsible. They got to pay for the damage. The police department don't even pay for the damage.
Now, see, that's just ridiculous.
See, now again, again, goes back to what we originally said at the beginning of the show. This is about voting. This is about voting the people that's what you need to do. You got to find the right people to get those police officers out of your jurisdiction.
Get the fuck out of here with that voting shit, Brian. You act like people. See, this is what pissed me off. People like you act like black people aren't standing in line and voting. We voted in record fucking numbers for Obama. And when Obama came in, Obama ignored the needs of his base. He ignored the needs of his base for 8 fucking years. I mean, in this conversation, can you name me one officer, one police officer? We watching motherfuckers getting killed by the police all the time, unarmed. Can you give me an example of one fucking officer that was indicted and prosecuted and sentenced to jail by the fucking federal government for violating their civil rights during the time Obama was in office? Name me one police officer.
There's none. Now, let me say this. Let me say this. Like I said before, this is a local issue. So why, again, this is where a lot of people need to deal with their local politicians.
Police officers violating a person's civil rights is not a local issue. It's a federal issue. It's a constitutional issue, meaning that you have, it should be in the federal courts. When Walter Scott got shot in the back by Michael Slager, that's a federal issue. When Tamir Rice was rolled up on and just shot for no fucking reason at all, that's also a federal issue. When Rakia Boyd was just walking down the street and she was shot in the fucking head, that is a federal issue also. It is a state and it is a federal issue. But there had never been a time when the feds step in and say, okay, the state dropped the ball, but we gonna get your motherfucking ass on federal court, on federal charges of violating. It never happened under Obama. So don't give me that shit about voting changing things. Because black people vote. You talking like black people just, when you go to the polls on election day, black people ain't no fucking way around. We fucking vote. We vote like everybody else. Why is it incumbent on us for all of us to come out of the fucking house and vote in order for a police officer not to fucking shoot and kill us when they ain't doing that shit to nobody else? Don't give me that voting shit. We vote. That shit don't change nothing.
Well, we're gonna be joined. We're gonna have a little surprise in a few minutes.
Oh God!
And
is she cute?
No, we got a surprise in a few minutes. We got a surprise.
I need to go get my brush and brush my beard down to smooth this shit out. Fuck, you know what? Fuck you, nigga. Fuck you.
Brush your beard down. What beard?
Fuck you, nigga.
Nigga, all you gotta do is go like this, and there you go. You good to go. You. Well, anyway, so yeah, the voting is I'm not. Let me put it like this. The last time I went to go vote, I voted for Obama first term. And I was telling people the other day about Obama and a lot of shit that he didn't do. But it's like almost blasphemy to talk bad about Obama and the black.
Exactly.
It's like what? Oh, you're a seller. You're a seller. No, I'm not a sellout. I'm just listing the facts, and you just want to tell about everything. He's the greatest thing since sliced bread since because he was black. First of all,
I know I've been passionate tonight, Trump. Let me step in for just a quick second. Just a quick second. Here's the thing that pissed me off about Obama. And his feral ass supporters. They like to say shit like Obama is the president of the United States. He's not the president of black people. Yet. During this last presidential election, when he was campaigning for Hillary Clinton, he came to the Congressional Black Caucus event in DC. They had their convention that week, and he spoke to the crowd. He basically told them, not voting for Hillary Clinton is disrespecting my legacy. Wait a minute, nigga. Wait a minute. How is it that you're going to order us to go out and vote for Hillary Clinton to preserve your legacy? You're not having this conversation with the whites, with the gays who you broke your fucking neck for. Mm-hmm. You're not having this conversation with the Jewish community. You're not having this conversation with the Hispanic community. Why is it that he felt the need to get in front of us when he wanted something from us? He's one of us. But when he gets out in front of the fucking world, he's not the president for us. And then another thing, just to, and I want to close on this. One thing that really turned me off from the last presidential election was because the Hillary Clinton campaign ran a commercial, and the commercial was addressed to African Americans. It was all black people in it, and the commercial basically saying, you can stop Trump. You can stop Trump. Your vote can stop Trump. This type of commercial didn't target anybody else except the African-American community. And I saw that as two ways. They was trying to shame people into voting for Hillary Clinton. And they was laying the groundwork for black people to be take the blame in case he won. I'm tired of the game. I'm tired of the game being played with us. I really don't want to fuck around with it no more.
Well, let me switch gears real quick. I got a question to ask Brian. Well, a couple of questions. So Brian,
Yeah.
I don't think if we did ask you, I don't know if we asked you in detail, but physically, what is your type of woman physically? I already know how you like her. I know how you like them, mentally.
Grinning like a freaking
Yeah, this is what I want to hear here. This is what I want to hear.
It depends, really.
It depends, really.
It's really.
What the fuck? What kind of answer is that?
It just again, it's whatever I'm attracted to. Doesn't
Wait a minute, hold the fuck up. I just noticed something.
Do you have a preference? Physically, do you have a preference in women physically?
how to interpret this? I mean, I mean, if you asked me this question like about 20 years ago, I would have said if she was like a supermodel, then that's what I would be attracted to. Now it's kind of like, the whole physical thing has kind of changed. So it just depends.
Because like I said, physically, the physical has kind of went, it's not the priority anymore. However, I still have my physical preference. Like I like them short. I prefer them light skin or red. And I like
that's what we should be talking about. The type of women that we like.
I like a nice ass. It doesn't have. Let me tell you something. I don't like big ass. I don't like a big ass. Big ass.
I don't. Nothing. You can't properly grab to. Something that's way out there too much. That's too much. No,
y'all are totally different from me because I love a woman with a big ass.
I like a big ass, but I don't like a big old ass where it's like, nigga, it's like, damn.
Hello.
Who is this cutie pie?
Hi.
Hey,
God.
This is about to get good here.
What are we talking about, y'all?
We were just getting to the topic of what we like physically in the opposite sex. And I want to introduce everybody to the co-host of Professionally Reckless, the beautiful Diamond. How you doing?
What's up, John? How you?
How you doing?
Look at he's stuttering.
This nigga stuttering? Why are you stuttering?
Yes, he's stuttering. Trump, we want to clarify, not only she's the co-host of Professionally Reckless, but she's also my future baby mama. So let's put that out there.
Hold on, baby.
He planning on skeeting up in that.
Now listen, we got to make sure you got enough money in this bank account.
Ooh.
Okay.
We can talk later about that.
Okay.
Ooh. I'm just saying.
So let me ask that question here. So are you currently single or are you mingling? You're dating? What's your status?
I date.
You date? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got a main squeeze though.
You got a main squeeze though.
Yeah.
But you see other people, right?
No, I'm just playing. I'm involved.
Oh, she's a
You're
golden.
involved.
We'll say that.
Well, over time.
It's complicated. Let's put it that way.
No, I'm involved.
She's involved. She don't want you, nigga. So you get shot down already. I'm doing you just like you did me when Floyd's mother was on here.
Did I say anything to you? No, I said it's probably complicated. But if she was
sure, it's a little bit of everything. I'm all over the place. I just want y'all to know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's not saying much.
But you're not up against going out and seeing other people, though, right?
I see. I got standards, and I'm not for everybody. So yeah.
Right. I mean,
let's. All right, shut the fuck up. I got questions.
Okay,
I'm
what you got?
I'm trying to
Trump, you're a horrible interviewer, motherfucker. Shut up.
I'm not a horrible interviewer.
You're a horrible interviewer, motherfucker. Shut up. Ain't you got something? You got something to drink on, so start sipping. Let me take over now.
Right here.
Oh Lord.
That's what this is.
What's that? Is that alcoholic?
This is alcohol. Oh,
You know, you already got to blow into that motherfucking thing to get into the pacer. Listen, since you're gonna be Brian's future baby mama, which he's already established. What's that?
That is to be determined.
That's to be determined. Okay, so let's get into that.
I gotta see some bank statements.
Brian is single. He's been single for a while.
I respect her for being real, though. For real.
I respect that too.
Brian is not above paying for it. He has been depressed since Backpage has gone down.
His back page is going down. You silly.
He don't have another source of, relations. So, let's just do this. Let's do it like this. On a typical night, in order for Brian to get a date with you, and he tells you what the plans are for that evening, where's it he got to take you to eat at the least?
First of all, it's gonna take more than a meal because I can feed myself, and I got people who feed me. I got people who.
So what is it gonna take? Brian, you got your notebook pad out, nigga?
No.
I guess it would have to be like him approaching me like I want to spoil you.
Look, this is 2018. We are on fucking Dudes Talk radio show. We ain't got time for all that shit. We trying to get straight to the motherfucking point. Brian, number one, Brian ain't got no game.
Right, so that's what I'm saying. He gotta say, I want to spoil you and I want to spend money on you. And
Why he gotta spend money on you?
Why not?
What kind of shit is that?
Why not?
Okay, it's okay that he's
Well,
willing to.
Hold on, Di. Hold on. You know I'm getting you a gift over the weekend, so that's taken care of.
What is wrong with you tricking ass niggas?
Wait, hold on, bruh. Hold on.
Y'all already spending money? It ain't even no guarantee she gonna go out with you, Brian.
I don't care.
Slow down, Brian. You already committed to spending fucking money. She don't. Jesus Christ.
What?
I can't do shit with you, nigga. I can't teach y'all shit.
No. Di's right. You're just hating. There's your.
I'll be back.
game plan.
So listen, here's my philosophy, y'all. I feel like the dudes who hate on the dudes who don't mind paying for it are kind of like upset because they can't do that or because they won't. Okay, just hear me out.
I'm gonna hear you out.
So it's like the dudes that be like, you get the girls to be like, you can't fuck with me unless X, Y, Z. And then the dudes who can't do that, they'll make you feel like, oh, she a gold digger or da 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 da, because they can't fulfill that, because they can't be that for you. So they'll try to down the guys who can or who are willing or who are able to do it.
Oh Lord.
Man, turn that off.
Whatever.
Turn that
Whatever.
off.
Look.
First of all, I should have gave you fair warning about this nigga TJ. He is a very angry black man.
You should give TJ fair warning about me because I got something for TJ ass today.
Woo-hoo.
Come on, TJ.
This ain't what you want.
I'll be right back.
This ain't what you want. You might want to steal it.
TJ. Let's come on.
Look. I already know right now you are perfect. You are perfect for a beta male. Perfect for a beta male.
Beta male? No.
Brian B. Beta. Brian is a beta male. You're perfect for him. He gonna give you money. He gonna pay for all the drinks. He gonna babysit your kids while you out with the nigga that you really like.
Okay.
He gonna do all of that shit.
So TJ, what do you call a dude who ain't a beta male who actually can just do that and just chooses to do that? Like you get the dudes who got everything and they just want to share it with somebody, and that's what it is. And it's not like I'm out here like, oh fuck these niggas, get money, da 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 da. I do my part too. I make them feel.
What's your part? What's your part in exchange? Okay. In exchange for his fight,
dumbass. Damn.
Great question. That's a
I didn't ask my question in context because I don't want her to misconstrue what I'm saying.
Oh no, I get it.
What you're saying is a man got to spend this money and do X, Y, Z. But while he's spending money, what are you bringing to the table? And this is not to be personal or anything like that, but what are you bringing to the table besides a cute face and a wet box?
Okay. Different men need different things. Okay. So I deal with a lot of different. Well, I've dealt with a lot of different men, and they all require different things from women or needed different things. And for me, I'm resilient. I adapt and I overcome. And I'm like,
That's vague to the motherfucker.
what you mean? Okay, so
That's
okay,
very
so
vague
some dudes
because
feel
you're
like,
specific about a man's having to spend. His finances
no,
have
it's
to
not
be on
about
point.
that. It's not just about him
This is gonna
spending
be a
on
long
me.
night, y'all.
It's about financial stability, and
Mm.
financial stability is important to me because that's just to me that's just showing me that okay, he can take care of himself, so he can make sure I'm good too. So why fuck with somebody who's broke? Why? And
Why is it why is it in 2018, in the age where women want equality,
okay,
you all want equal rights, equal pay?
who said that? Who said
I didn't
that
say
I
you
do?
said it. I said women want equal rights, equal pay
Okay.
for doing the same job as men. They want to
Mm-hmm.
be able to serve in the military in combat positions just like men.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be able to do
Hey, Trump.
everything that men are done without restrictions based on the agenda. Right?
Okay. Okay.
So why is it that in that aspect you want to be equal to a man until a check comes?
Well, I never said
He
that I
never
wanted to
said
be equal
no.
to a man. First of all,
I didn't say you said it.
no, I never said that. I never claimed to want that. I never
Okay.
claimed to want to be equal. I've served in the military. I've done my part. I can take care of myself. I've been taking care of
You ain't
myself.
serving
But
no damn military. You had to be in the Navy.
I was a Marine, boo boo.
Woohoo!
So
Get the fuck out of here.
So while you choking on that, let me finish what I'm
Where was you
saying.
stationed at? Because I was in the Marines too.
Paris Island.
You was stationed at Paris Island.
Japan, Okinawa.
You was a cook.
Camp Kinzer.
You was a
No,
cook.
I wasn't. No,
What you do?
I was at post. I had two MOSs. I was postal and I was a marksmanship coach. Yeah. So
I mean, he can fuck you up.
shooter. So while you're swallowing that
Piece of
shit
box
over
having
there,
ass.
TJ, I'm going
Piece
to
of box having ass.
I'm going to continue with my statement. I never claimed to want to be equal to a man. I feel like there are certain things that men can do, and certain things that
Like pay the check.
I mean, I can pay my own check too, but why are you around? Why am I dating somebody if he's the same as everybody else? If I'm gonna be with somebody, they can't be doing the same shit as every other dude, which is not a damn thing for me. He's got to set himself apart and do other shit. So if I need my nails done every 2 weeks or whatever, he should make sure that I'm good. And I'm gonna make sure he's good. Listen, TJ. I'm gonna make sure he's good. So whatever. Look at Trump.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that the man that you're casually dating? So say for instance, you get with Trump. Trump got to do. I mean, not Trump. Brian got to get your nails. He got to get your feet. He got to get your hair done.
Listen here, TJ. Here's the problem with women.
This is East Coast shit here.
They don't set standards, and they feel like they're okay with mediocrity, and they're okay with dudes treating them like whatever. If I'm telling you that to get with me, you got to do X, Y, Z. Then okay, if he feels like I am the one for him, or he wants to work toward me, and he feels like I'm worth going out of his comfort zone to do things that I need or that I feel like I need to be, I guess, courted or dated or whatever, then that's what he's gonna do. If he's capable, some men are capable of other things that some men aren't. And if that's what you willing to deal with, then that's what you're willing to deal with.
Can I ask this question?
Mm-hmm.
What would it take other than finances to outshine? What are you laughing for?
Because
other than
your
finances,
motherfucking ass to start calculating your motherfucking bank balance. I gotta find another way.
Oh, whatever.
I know.
I know. Besides finances, what is other ways to, let's say, for that one particular person to pretty much outshine the other people that are probably pursuing you?
It will probably be thoughtfulness based upon their love language or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody's love language is acts of service, like mine could be gifts. Mine could be acts of service. Other people might be quality time. It's all about
I have an
what
act of
they
service.
deem to be acceptable.
Man, turn that shit off.
Turn that off. We get copyright. We're gonna get a copyright.
No, we not, because you can do it for up to 30 seconds, motherfucker.
Man, okay, all right. We're gonna
You
do
can
that
say
whole
whatever
show for
you want,
nothing
Trump,
because
but
we
at
play
the
copyrighted music.
You can
Anyway,
say what you want, Trump.
No, Trump. You sent this one out.
So what?
Trust me. Sit this one out. Let me finish picking our brain because I need to look. We supposed to be looking for Brian, and Brian, you already behind the fucking 8 ball.
I'm not behind the 8 ball.
You really behind? Well, look. Brian travels the country to not get pussy, so I can only imagine what he would spend money on to get some. I'm just saying.
Right.
So here's my philosophy. Here's where I think that
his philosophy, mind you, folks, it's his philosophy.
Okay, right.
Here's my philosophy. Because see, I'm not one of these East Coast dudes. I'm actually from the land of pimps and players. And one thing I do know is, here's my philosophy. There are 7 billion people in the planet.
The land of pimps and players.
3.5 billion are women.
They all drowned with Atlantis.
What you're telling us is, in order to reap the benefits of what you have to offer, which we don't know ahead of time, we got to be bringing at least some money to the table.
No,
your sex could be trash.
You already know what I'm bringing.
You could look like a bag of busted ass biscuits once you get out of your clothes. You could be a fucking dingbat, but you're telling us.
Where did that come from?
No, I'm saying, without knowing anything about you, you've made the prerequisite of getting your attention and your time is a man spending money.
Okay.
Does that seem like on a Libra scale?
That's not the prerequisite.
That's the first thing you said.
That's not the only thing. This is just what we've been talking about. Now,
that's what you introduced to the conversation.
What Brian asked me was what else, and I never got to what else because you started talking to me.
Listen to what you said. Brian asked you about what else, which means that when you initially started talking, the focus was on how much money Brian get in his SSI check every month.
First of all, because I already know what Brian looks like. I already hung out with Brian. I know Brian.
So Brian got to pay for some pussy. You say that out the Brian. I already been around this nigga. I already seen him. So I need to know what this motherfucker making in order for me to get past that dusty ass beard and them Coke bottle glasses.
Shut.
I can't see past any of that, so this nigga got to spend some money. Brian, I'm telling you, man, I'm looking out for you.
No, you're not. You're
one day this week. But go ahead.
Trump set you up.
Trump
set you up, Brian. I would have never tried to hook you up with a woman who already knows that in order for her to deal with you, she got to get super sloppy drunk. And you got to pay up front.
Really?
She don't want to have nothing to do with you, Brian. You didn't impress her when y'all hung out.
What? Okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with me. When I don't approach men, I don't. So if they approach me, it's because they. Okay, so only either they're really confident, overly confident, or they just. I don't know. It's hard to describe.
Asshole,
me,
like TJ.
I don't approach men. That's just not what I do. So if they approach me, I have requirements. So if they choose whether they choose to fuck with me or not, that's up to them.
But you see how
I'm not going to lower my. There are women out here fucking for free.
What's wrong with that?
Giving out free. No.
What's wrong with that?
Especially no. Let me finish. They're fucking for free and not even getting their nut off. And all they do is get sent home with dick and bubble gum. Like, no. What do I look like? No. We are not.
What's wrong with dick and bubble gum?
That's not me. I'm so past.
You get dick and bubble gum and you still complaining?
I'm past that stage. I don't fuck people who don't benefit my life. If I can't call you in an emergency, if I can't call you,
you can call.
Good. Right, exactly. There you go.
I pay my cell phone bill. You can call. Depending on what the fuck you're calling for.
If I can't call you in an emergency, I shouldn't be fucking you. If you can't make sure I'm good, then I shouldn't fuck with you.
Well, see, you should have started. You could have started off with that, but then you first said, "I need to know what your finances is like." So, Brian,
right, because how am I gonna call you if I'm in trouble if you broke?
Brian, Brian,
Yeah.
what is your finances like?
Wait, TJ. Women accept mediocrity. This is why men are around here broke and getting free pussy and laying up with women, going house to house.
Who told y'all that a man should pay for pussy?
Let her finish.
No, let me finish. This is if you're a man's man, you supposed to be like an alpha male and all of that stuff. So if you going out, a woman shouldn't have to. If you invite a woman out, or if she invites you out, even if she makes the gesture to pay, you should automatically be paying.
Where's that in the rule book?
I'm just saying that's if you're supposed to be an alpha male. So what is the beta male thing? Where is that in the rule book?
A beta male. I'm gonna tell you what a beta male is, because we have an abundance of these motherfuckers that's out here, and they have polluted
and you
gene.
Not that? You can't even pay a check.
They have polluted the gene pool.
Come on now.
A beta male is a dude.
You got a problem with paying a check? You a beta male?
Let me finish. Because I'm the man here, and I don't tell you what type of women's out there. So I'm gonna tell you what type of men out here. Beta male is somebody who heard all that shit you just said and go along with it in order to get some
What's
pussy.
wrong with what I just said?
What's right with it?
Okay, I'm just trying to get what's wrong with what I said.
What you said is completely advantageous in a dating pool to the women.
So.
It's completely advantageous without even being able to communicate to us, because you gave us some vague milquetoast answers without even being able to communicate with us what you're bringing to the table besides a cute face and a wet ass. You have already established that we as men have to come with this prerequisite in order to get your attention. Now, my question to you is, young lady, because I know I'm older than you, I'm older than these motherfuckers, I just look better.
He just turned 52 the other day.
My question to you is, once a man uses his financial assets and what he brings to the table to get your attention, this is where women fail. What are you going to do? Because you made it specific.
I already answered this.
Hold on. What are you going to do to keep his attention?
I already answered this. Because
what are your assets?
Be the same. I already answered this because it's not going to be the same with every guy. Every guy is going to need something different. So if I got a dude with money who already is established financially, he don't need me to help him financially. He just needs somebody to be home and cater to him, or make sure he's good, or ask him how his day was. Or you might get a dude. Okay, you might get a dude who don't have it like that. Maybe he needs you to help financially. Maybe somebody just needs you to cook or whatever. Maybe somebody just needs to talk to somebody. It doesn't matter. Whatever that man needs you to be or wants you to be, or whatever you feel comfortable with being to him, that's y'all bond.
Brian, I'm not signing off on this union. This is all Trump.
What you mean all Trump?
This is Trump. I would have did so much better with a woman. Okay. Cause this young sister will run the fuck over you. I'm telling you that right now, Brian. Stay away.
Okay, let me
stay away. Don't buy her no drinks, Brian, because she'll take your drink and she'll walk to the other side of the club to get away from your motherfucking ass.
I can buy my own drinks. Okay. But anyway, so here's the thing. Let me break it down for you, TJ. A lot of women, like I said, accept mediocrity. What is wrong with me having standards? Because you got dudes out here who are freaking bums mooching off of women. And to you, TJ, that's okay. That's okay.
Wait a minute.
It
Why
doesn't
is it
matter because they're alpha males.
Why is it because a man is not spending money? That's automatically by default him mooching off a woman.
It doesn't mooching, however, draining her emotionally, draining her finances.
Let me look at the definition of mooching, because I think what you're proposing is mooching.
Okay, look.
No, let me finish, TJ.
Okay, go ahead.
So you get all of these broke down dudes, and then you get women. We get the men who bash women for being with niggas who ain't shit. But then when we do accept niggas who ain't giving us shit because we want to be ride or die, we looked at as dumb. So now that because I have standards and I have you know, whatever that I got going for me, I'm the way that I am. I'm looked at as, oh, you a gold digger, or you this or you that. No, I have standards. I'm not going to accept mediocrity. My job is to build you up as a man. So if I'm telling you that you need to be here to fuck with me,
See, there he goes again. Now listen, all right,
that means that you need to be here to fuck with me. I'm going to push you to be there. That's all it is. Black women accept mediocre. Black women especially. We sit there and we are dogs and everything.
Here we go with the victim Olympics.
No, I'm not trying to play victim. I'm not, because I'm not a victim. I'm
It's
actually a success story, honestly. But we accept bullshit. We get pregnant by these dudes who don't have shit because we want to be ride or die, and we stuck with kids, raising them on our own, and the cycle continues, and we continue to raise ain't shit men who don't know what the fuck they doing in life because the fathers are gone, because we accepted mediocrity. So because
okay.
issue?
Yeah,
All right.
No,
We going tonight, Trump.
No,
one on here.
As a matter of fact, this is about to be the end of the show because I know him.
Who, me?
That's you.
I can go without being. I'm fine. Me and her cool.
I know y'all cool, and this is a great debate, and that's why I want to do it again.
Man, get your drunk ass off here. We gonna keep going with your puss ass. First of all, you don't never start the show on time. 2, you get sick because you eat bad pussy and don't show up. We finally got a woman here who's gonna communicate intelligently, and then your funky ass want to motherfucker cut the goddamn shit off. You ain't got shit to do besides go out and buy some bitch drink at the goddamn club. That ain't gonna give you no pussy.
I was just not articulating what I meant though. But he was just saying that I wasn't saying nothing. I was being vague, but I'm trying to break it down.
Go ahead.
This is what you have to understand. He's old. He's senile. Sometimes you just gotta let him vent and let him go, just like I just did.
He hurt.
Get back and forth.
Hurt people. Hurt.
He's beyond hurt.
See, here's what you're not going to do. Here's what's not going to happen. I am not afraid to hold and express an unpopular opinion at the risk of me falling out of favor with the people I'm conversing with. I don't give a flying fuck if y'all don't agree with me. You two are the niggas. Trump, you the nigga that's been Trump. You the nigga that's been spending money on the girl and didn't get no pussy. Brian, you the one that flew your motherfucking ass out to goddamn the West Coast to fucking Portland, Oregon, where you was the only black dude within the last 600 or 700 miles, and you didn't get no pussy. So don't you niggas need to listen to me, or you gonna date somebody who gonna spend all y'all money.
Let me say something. Let me say something. First of all, just because I don't open my mouth and talk a mile a minute, you don't know what I'm thinking or what I do. That's number one. I don't sit here and talk and tell the whole world my business. That's number one. First of all, if you let me talk, I agree with most of what you're saying. Do I have to be like, yeah, I agree, TJ.
Really? See, hold on. No.
Hold on. I also agree with some of what she's saying. So yes, you can agree with both and disagree with both. That is possible. I ain't playing both sides of the fence because I'm believing what I believe in. I don't care who like it or not. But I agree with both of y'all. Both of y'all have valid points. That's what I'm saying. So
what's up, Brian?
All right.
Brian, what's up, Brian, man? What's your paper looking like?
Okay.
What's your paper looking like, Brian?
That is a private matter. Let's put it that way.
What's your paper looking like, Brian? You just, Brian, look, this is the art of the deal. You have to negotiate.
No, the art of the deal,
you can't automatically agree to her terms and just come out the pocket, dude. You gotta negotiate.
Again, have I agreed? Again, you listen to your own bullshit.
Right.
All right,
Brian, you already calculating your mind.
Taking your own bullshit.
You've already pulled from your next paycheck how much money you about to budget to take her out. You already decided that.
Anyway, so look, TJ, are you saying that they have to get something in return to do? Oh, you said somebody spent something and didn't even get no pussy or something like that. So you saying in order for a guy to do something for a woman, he has to be getting something like some pussy or something?
I'm saying, and this is no disrespect to you. This is no disrespect to you.
Okay.
I'm saying the only women I know that's the key make a requirement
Right.
that a man spends money in order to get her time, attention, and
spending
wet
money.
bottom are strippers and prostitutes.
It's not about spending money. It's about stability. That's what I said before.
I'm talking about you're just going on a date. You going straight from stability. You should worry about stability if you're going to end up being with this person.
I'm not.
That's where again. This is the thing with him, Di, that TJ doesn't understand. He doesn't understand conversation. He does not understand the word conversation because
Brian,
literally.
Brian,
no, stop.
Brian, are you single? Brian, are you single?
See again.
Brian, are you single?
I said yes. If you could listen.
Okay, you're single.
Got those damn headphones on for some reason. You still don't listen.
Okay, go ahead, Brian. Say a bunch of shit that don't mean nothing. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to go there, Mr. Wakanda? All right. The whole point is the fact that look, I'm having a conversation with her. I'm trying to get to know her. I know the plus and minuses of what her likes and dislikes are, and see if it's compatible for me to continue with the relationship. I.e., remember that a relationship. If I want to continue it, yes, I will carry on. If I have to pay for it, whatever gifts or whatever she needs to get her nails done, her hair done, and all that stuff, so she can look good for me every time I go out with her.
Feel adequate. As long as you feel like I'm fulfilling your needs, it don't matter to you. That's what I'm saying. You're TJ. You will be willing to. I'm pretty sure you've dated people. You're like, okay, I know she crazy, but I fuck with her, or she ride for me, or something like that. I'm pretty sure you've taken some good with the bad. I'm not saying that what I expect is bad, because I feel like if I can't call you in an emergency, then there's no reason for us to talk. Because why are we doing that?
Why are you going to this extreme?
No, if you're supposed to be my dude, if you're supposed to be a potential prospect,
it's just a date.
No. A date.
So you need to know all of this. You need to know whether I can pay a bill, whether I can come and rescue you in the middle of the night before we go on a date.
Oh, okay. A date is a date is a date. That's fine. A date
is merely a coming together to get to know what your common interests are in a face-to-face setting. You've already made the prerequisite that you're not going to waste your time with someone unless you know that they bring a certain amount of financial stability to the table.
Is this what you have to know before the first date, before you can get my plans on a date?
Not before the first date. Some people are just cool, and sometimes those develop into friendships, and that's fine, because I know that me personally, I can't be with somebody who's not financially stable, because I really crave stability.
Does that apply to?
I need.
Should men have that same mentality in dating? Should we fuck with broke ass women who don't bring nothing to the table but a cute face and a wet ass?
That's up to them. That's up to them. But if you're supposed to be but listen, you say alpha male, beta male, but if you're an alpha male, that shit don't matter, because you're gonna make sure she good either way. So why are you concerned about?
It's not my responsibility to take care of grown ass adult I'm not married to.
See, here's my thing.
That's true, but why does it matter?
In this age, women have in this age, women have, especially as Me Too, women have equal and fighting for equality. Okay, so why can't we be equal when it comes to all them fronts? And we gotta have all them. We gotta be financially stable in order for y'all to go further with us. Y'all should have to be too. That's equality.
Okay.
That's what we fighting for.
Have kids? Can y'all have kids?
I got children.
Can you have kids?
Oh, I'm fixed. I'm done.
Can y'all have without
I'm
us?
done.
Do you have a
It
vagina?
means that can you get pregnant? No,
Well, you can't get pregnant without this sperm.
Right. It don't matter. We can go to a sperm bank.
But you need sperm.
Listen, what are you? Here's my thing. If you crave, as a man, if you crave for your woman to be financially stable, that's your business. I get that. I get it. But if you're supposed to be an alpha male, TJ,
that's you defining what an alpha male is.
No, you saying alpha male, beta male, whoever I was interested
alpha male ain't got nothing to do with finances.
No, you said beta male because
alpha male has nothing to do with finances.
No. Earlier, what you said was, because I like XYZ guy, this and a guy that I'm looking for a beta male. That's what you said. So,
and what did I say a beta male was? I said a beta male was somebody who would hear all of that and agree to everything in order to get some buns from you.
But
That's what I said.
But that doesn't mean anything.
That means everything. That means that you're going to set the tone and you're going to make the rules in the relationship.
No,
you're
that
going to.
doesn't.
If I were to sit here and say, let me get this out. If I were to sit here and say, I'm not dating no woman that don't make X amount of dollars, that don't have this kind of car, that don't have this kind of credit, that don't have this kind of house, I would sound like an asshole. But it's okay.
Me though.
Excuse me?
Affect me because
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying if I were to say that as a man, I would sound like a pompous asshole.
Men
because
do that all the time to women, TJ. Men do that all the time. Oh, I don't want no woman with stretch marks. Oh, she ain't got no ass.
I'm talking about that's physical attraction. That's physical attraction. That's something entirely different.
It still makes somebody feel inadequate if they don't have it, if they don't possess it.
And what did you just do? Okay, let me say this. When you say a man has to have his finances together, then that means that you have to be able to establish what's your criteria for saying that a man have his finances together. Some women's finances together could be that he has his own shit and he maintains his own responsibilities. Some other women can say that he not only has enough to maintain his own responsibilities, but he has enough to take on the responsibility of others. My thing is, if I were to say that as a man, I would sound like a dickhead. My thing,
but you're an alpha male though, right?
Brian, you should not laugh at this, Brian. This is not making you look good.
See, because she's covering perfectly.
No, it's not.
Go on all night. And we have to do a part two.
TJ ain't ready, so call me back.
No. See, we can go into my show. Fuck Trump. Trump can go because I want to finish this up.
Yeah, we can finish it up next week. You ever heard?
Because nigga, we don't know. Brian, when was the last time we've had 2 straight weeks of dude talk shit without this motherfucker cancer?
How about because I got this?
How about this? I'm gonna do this.
How about
Brian? Hold on, Trump. Why don't Brian and why don't she come on my show too?
Your show. Nobody coming on
Ain't
your
that a bitch?
Nobody coming on your channel.
I got the best fucking show on your funky ass network, motherfucker.
Really?
No,
yes, I do.
Really?
Yes, I do. I say that proudly, and he knows.
I thought the Saturday shows were the best shows, but then again, there's also Rip Money.
Well, speaking of that, that's a great segue. So before we go, tell everybody where they can see your show, Doc, in terms.
Oh, Professionally Reckless Show on Rip Radio Network. You can also follow me on Instagram, I_love_diamonds, DYMONDS. Yeah, I'm out here.
And Saturdays, 3:00.
Yeah, Saturdays. 3.
TJ, where can they find your funky ass show?
You can find my show Tuesday nights when Trump has been pulled over for soliciting prostitutes out there on Baltimore Avenue. You can find me on Instagram under TJ_the Chicago Kid. You can find me on Twitter under Jokes Galore. You can find me Tuesday nights from 8 to 9:30. The hottest, the best, the most entertaining show on the Rip Radio Network. Tuesday nights 8 to 9:30.
I love
the Streets is Talking radio show with my co-hosts B. Johnson and Mr. Norman.
Okay, so look, I will be. I promise y'all.
Shut your pussy.
Sunday evening. You want to?
You hear him, Brian?
If y'all, we can pick this back up.
You hear him, right?
I hear him.
Cool. Can we do a part 2 to this Sunday night?
No, we're not gonna do a part 2 because your ass is gonna be missing for the next 3 weeks. I was watching The Walking Dead.
I'm gonna be
dead ass.
Yeah, this is Rick Grimes' last episode. So.
That's how you know he not gonna fucking be here.
We can do it before or after The Walking Dead. What y'all want to do?
I'm whatever.
Let's do Sunday.
Ryan is trying to increase his chances, so he's going to be there because he's about to go check that. He's about to move some money around in his bank account. Because he's going to try to take out the Mortons or some shit to try to impress her. Huh?
Right, shout out to Russos Brand Family. That's where you can see this podcast, YouTube, everything like that. We are out, and we're going to do a part 2. Would you be available, for a part 2 to this?
We'll see. I don't know.
I say come on my show Tuesday. You and Brian.
Bring one of your friends.
And we can add this shit out on Tuesday because I already get jumped on by my co-host, so it don't make me no difference that somebody else come in and try to do the same thing.
He'll be more
Now he jumped
at the
on.
studio.
This alpha male been jumped on.
Yeah.
But my show is a little
He's the victim.
my show is a little more. This show is tame compared to my show.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
to let
because
you
you
know.
still run it.
We're on mainstream networks. We have to be a little more tame with this shit.
We're tamed on this show, so my show is a little more raw. And I got a girl and I got a gay dude. So
Oh, they turned.
they try to be, but I be reeling they motherfucking ass in. Trust me.
You think so? You
Yep.
think you be reeling everybody in?
I'm telling you.